And we are live with episode 5 of The Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure. Today we have the Extendo stream. But first things first. I am told I am supposed to go to the car. You can now use the SSS car. I have audio, right? La 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 la. La 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 la, yeah. Interact with the car, and then choose the destination on the map to travel. You can return the car to the garage by pressing triangle. Deck out your ride by adding recovery functions and changing its appearance. Various options can be acquired in shops or by reading magazines. Do, do, do. There's a CP charge one. Apply palette? No. Okay. The book titled Car Mania April issue on the second floor of Hayworth Residence. You can unlock a new paint color for your Obo car. Okay. So they want us to go to the... Hayworth Residence and then... Okay. Resident District. Hi, Hayworth. Ooh, he's sitting alone this time. My mind starts to wander whenever I pass the time by myself like this. For instance, I've been ruminating over that purple-haired girl who saved Colin earlier this year. They were truly destined to never meet. I wouldn't even know where to begin finding her. It's simply a hope I can't let go of yet. But if I ever get the chance, I would love nothing more than to offer that girl my gratitude in person. Ren, she's long since returned to Libero with Estelle and Joshua. I'm sure she still has a lot of emotions to work through, but I know she'll come back one day, eventually. Yeah, in a couple years, she has to drop by Crossbell with, Reed and gang, and so... Sky Paintwork. Eh? Who are you? Oh, Carl snatched cookie just now, didn't he? What a mischievous little boy. Munch, munch. Crunch. This tastes so good. He did indeed. The Bonds family used to live in this area, but they moved away recently. They came to say their goodbyes before they left, but we haven't heard from them since. I hope they're settling in all right. They are. They're just fine. The Kato is also... administrative district. Miles or Nielsen, I don't know who. One of those is Lloyd's quote-unquote uncle. This one. Miles. I see. That's certainly a way to put it. Well, if it isn't Lloyd and Company. Who's this, Uncle Miles? Ah, yes. I'd like you to meet Mr. Nielsen. He's an international journalist of incredible renown. Wait. Nielsen. That name sounds familiar. Whatever. Nielsen, this is the special sports section everyone in the city's been going on about. Nice to meet you. My name's Lloyd Bannings. Hold up. I'm gonna wrap this blanket around me because it ain't cold. It's cold because the weather is absolute garbage here. I don't know what the hell is going up with this year, but it's the weather's absolute garbage. Ah, so this is the SSS, and if you're Lloyd, that would make you its leader, right? You have a very clean, crisp voice, if you don't mind my saying. Oh, pardon my asking, but would you happen to be blind? That's correct. I lost my vision in an accident many years ago. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. A blind... I'm gonna look this up. Kiseki Nielsen. No, it's Ian. Marcel Nielsen is a renowned freelance journalist. Debut Trails in the Sky the Third. It is the first scene inside the Grand Cell Cathedral Enclave Suite, waiting for someone. Sherazard Arvi and Aina Holden, who are on the run from Uyghurs in the city, encounter Nielsen, and he remarks that one of them is a bracer, just from perceiving the quality around them. He's present in Libero to find out more about the nation that managed to repel the forces of Erebonia, and is eager to find out where that strength came. Oh, I didn't see this part. The reason I recognize him is Trails of Cold Steel 4. Yeah. He does an interview with Reed. Interesting. Okay, yeah. I knew I recognized him. I was like, wait, that guy looks familiar. There you are, Director. Your break has been over for ages. The front desk misses you, you know. Oopsie daisy. It seems I got a bit too wrapped up in our conversation. Ayo, Ayo. Show the director some respect. You'll have to excuse me. Duty calls, as they say. Of course. Why don't we catch up and exchange notes again sometime soon? Sure thing. Drop by whenever you like. Gear up, Lloyd. Take care. Oh, sure. What am I up for? What did you mean by... Please allow me to introduce myself again. I'm Nielsen, a freelance journalist. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Same here. Nice to meet you. Nielsen, where have I heard that name before? Truth be told, I've been greatly looking forward to meeting with the special sports section. It's an honor. I'll be frank, I'd like to submit a support request of sorts. Would you be willing to hear me out? Sure, how can I help? The thing is, I'm currently conducting an investigation into the cult incident from this past spring. However, there are still several elements of the case that remain unclear to me. So whom better to consult than the team that played a pivotal role in resolving that very crisis? Pivotal? I'm pretty sure we played the only role. You want to interview us? Oh, well no, the Bracers, Estelle and Joshua were there. And then Renner showed up. You want to interview us about the occult incident? It sounds like you already know a thing or two about it. What should we do, Lloyd? Given the sensitive nature of the topic, we have to be very careful about what we reveal. You're right. But on the other hand, going through this interview might help refresh your minds on what actually happened. Cooperate with Nielsen. I want that extra DP. Well, if you insist, alright, we'll agree to an interview. However, say no more. I know there are things that one in your position shouldn't reveal. You are free to decline as many questions as you wish. I also think it would be best to consider anything we discussed today as strictly off the record. Got it. Thanks for understanding. One thing, though. Where should we hold it? I think doing it here could pose a problem. In that case, how about the seating area upstairs? It's relatively secluded, and we'll know if anyone is nearby. I think it's the perfect spot. Sounds like a good idea to me. Let's head on over. Wazzy's very suspicious, by the way, because of the whole fight with Wald, where he just went like... Inside scoop. The cult incident started. Thank you for agreeing to this interview. First, let's begin by laying out the context behind the incident. It began with the DG cult, whose creed called for rejecting Adios in favor of worshipping devils. Over 10 years ago, they committed a series of child abductions all over the continent. I'd like to review the manner in which those kidnappings were resolved 6 years ago. At the time, a large-scale operation was conducted to expose and exterminate the cult's lodges across the continent. Can you tell me the forces responsible for carrying out that operation? Yes, it was. A joint effort between multiple national militaries, police forces, and Bracer Guild branches, right? Correct. Due to the scale of the abductions, an international task force was assembled to carry out the investigation. Precisely. And leading that task force as its commander was Cassius Bright of the Bracer Guild, who... May I interrupt for a moment? When you say Cassius Bright, you mean the Brigadier General Bright, commander of the Royal Liberalian Army? Precisely. He retired from active duty and spent around 10 years as a Bracer. He only rejoined the army 2 years ago. That's quite the career trajectory. Maybe so, but there's something else that caught my attention. The name Bright, I didn't consider until now, but could there be any relation? Yeah, I confirmed it while reviewing documents during my training with the 1st Division. Cassius Bright is Estelle Bright's father, and Joshua is his adopted son. I knew it. That's some coincidence. I thought there was something special about her during our little foot race. You thought there was something special about someone with the last name Bright during a foot race. I mean, little did I know she was born to fame. So you know the daughter of Brigadier General Bright, do you? I'm well acquainted with her exploits through my work, but personally not so much. It's kind of a long story, but we got to know her a little bit earlier this year. That's neither here nor there, though. My apologies for getting us off topic. Please continue. Very well then. 6 years ago, the suppression operation was carried out under the command of Cassius Bright of the Bracer Guild. That operation was believed to have wiped out as much as 90% of the cult's influence. Among the participants was a certain promising squad from the Crossbelt Police Department led by one Sergei Liu. The same Sergei Liu who serves as section chief of the SS today. He and his 2 subordinates carried the flag of the CPD for that operation. Said subordinates would be none other than Arius McLean and Guy Bannings, the older brother of Lloyd Bannings. Oh, looks like you've done your homework. You even know the connection between me and Guy. Even among the police, there are only a select few who have this much information. When you've done this for as long as I have, you develop a reliable network of sources. Guy Bannings himself used to be one of them, in fact. He did. Yes, Guy let me his aid time and time again prior to his passing. But I digress. There was also another Crossbellian who played a role in the cult investigation. That would be Ian Grimwood, a lawyer and civilian advisor. Even then, Mr. Grimwood was well known and respected for his expertise on civil rights. He told he even contributed to gathering intelligence on the abductees. I do recall him telling us about how he assisted with the investigation. So that's the role he played. I also heard that both the church and a mysterious organization made covert interventions down the line. Mysterious organization. Oh. Oh. The church and a mysterious organization. Because of them, whatever influence the cult retained after the suppression quickly vanished. The church. Is that what Father Kevin was referring to back at the Altair Lodge? The mysterious organization is likely that society we learned about. Indeed! That was confirmed in Sky. I believe Sky 1, actually. Where they're like... Both of them sure like to remain on the slide, don't they? Nevertheless, cult's activities should have concluded years ago. And yet, several months ago, it became evident that remnants of the cult were still alive and well. Now you're all too aware of who I'm referring to. Of course, Joachim Gunther. One of their surviving members finally crawled out of the woodwork. Precisely. Clearly knowledge of the cult's inner workings well before the incident. In the end, however, did Joachim Gunther serve as their leader? He was a high priest. No, he wasn't. He was a high priest within the cult. That's right, he said as much himself. Yeah, but he also seemed to have a knack for research. It sounded like he supervised a bunch of experiments. I think that's what led to his familiarity with the cult's inner workings. A reasonable theory. It was that position which allowed him to advance his research through the rituals they conducted around the continent. And after he successfully evaded the suppression operation 6 years ago, he went into hiding. Upon learning of former Speaker Hartman's weakness for a facility called Paradise, he was able to take refuge in Crossbell. Finally, he perfected a drug bearing the name for true wisdom, Gnosis. I'm unclear on the specifics, but my understanding is that he produced it to fulfill the cult's ambitions. That's right, the cult's ambitions. He said their goal is to make Kia into the true god. Yeah, he also claimed he could perceive things while under the influence of red gnosis. But in the end, we didn't get an opportunity to question him for all the details. As always, there are unanswered questions, but I do believe we've outlined most of the particulars behind the incident. So now I'd like to finish by reflecting on the DG cult's origins. Would that be alright with you? The cult's origins? Yes, would you happen to know how long the cult dates back? Oh. Cult chases back over 500 years ago to Crossville's Middle Ages. What makes you say that? We heard it from Joachim himself. He told us that powerful alchemists used to roam this land 500 years ago. According to him, the cult had been making use of their technology ever since. Though, of course, anything about their history prior to that is pretty unclear. See, to think Joachim Gunther would willingly reveal so much. Yes, alchemists once lived in these lands, the very same ones who built Stargazer's Tower. It's amazing to think that their knowledge, which before was merely legend, would be corroborated in such a sinister way. It's certainly surprising. Yes, and on that note, do you suppose this means that the little girl all of you took in is also over 500 years old? Scary? Honestly, if that were me in there, I had like daggers or whatever, I'd slowly start to take out the daggers and be like, okay, this guy has to die. If I were one of these guys, I'd start pulling out weapons and be like, this guy has to die. He knows too much. Just how much do you know about the incident? My apologies, that remark was uncouth of me. It was merely the ludicrous notion that I arrived at by combining our respective pools of information. So are the gods that I wouldn't print such a thing, so please be at ease. Right. And with that, I believe our interview has come to an end. Thank you very much for your cooperation today. This whole experience was very enlightening indeed. And not at all, it was helpful for us as well. I believe it's time for me to be heading to my next appointment. If you'll excuse me then. Perhaps we can do this again in the future, should the opportunity arise. For a blind man, he sure walks with a spring in his step. So there's really something about him, isn't there? Yeah, he's full of surprises in more ways than one. We did give us a word about Kia, so let's hope we can trust him. Right. Ah. What's up, Ellie? It finally hit me why his name sounded familiar. That man just now was Marcel Nielsen. He's a Crossbellian journalist who won the Pulitzer about 10 years ago. Wow, even I've heard of the Pulitzer Prize. Yeah, it's an international award given to the most outstanding journalist each year. That explains how he was so insightful. Wait, if he's from Crossbell, does that mean... Yes, he once worked as a correspondent for the Crossbell News Service. He was awarded the Pulitzer for his coverage of a war, the very same one that robbed him of his vision. Since then, he's continued covering news all over the continent as a freelancer for several publications. Mr. Nielsen is distinguished among even the best journalists. He's that talented. Really now, who would have guessed we were being interviewed by a celebrity? Marcel Nielsen. We should speak with him again sometime if we get the chance. Indeed we shall. Let's see. It's Mainz, which is located... Next we're going to Mainz. Depending on how you reach there, some stuff will occur. Oh, okay, we need to go by foot to Mainz. For the yeah, we need to go by foot. There's luminous glasses down south. Or down west, I guess. Fishing spot, down south in that direction. On that, judo chests are natural born boxers. It's no surprise, really. We're always squared up. There's a seal quartz here. I don't know what seal does, but I'll grab it anyway. That was a lot of monsters. Bruh? That one was just out of the way of everything? Oh, hey, they all hit 52 at once. Interesting. Plus 64. U material 6. Oof. Stirring monster mains mountain pass. Craft book cross. Oh, hey, it's a craft book. Looks like there's another use of combination attack detailed in it. You know, I think Ellie and Noelle would mesh well with this one. What do you think, Noelle? Care to try it out? I'd love to. Let's go. Southern Cross. Two battle chain. Man, it's from the blah blah blah. Any reference to that other big Falcom series would be a great Easter egg. Yeah. Cool. There. It's beautiful. Yeah, the view's amazing. So this makes up for having to walk, if only just. Yeah, thank goodness the weather is clear out here. Looks like Fran was right about there being no rain on the mountain path. There's also a Shining Palm location coming up. But I don't have the CP for it. Because Shining Palm, you need to nuke them. You actually just need to, like, fully nuke them. Like, 200 CP. Like, area of effect. Craziness. Well, I mean, I could probably do it now. For the lols. Did it just... Bruh. I feel almost bad about that. It's in this generalized location. These give hella XP and hella, Unfortunately, they also run immediately after. So if I don't kill it in this one turn, I lose everything. It should be fine though. Deadly Heaven. Oh, how does it feel like that's like referring to something? Anyway. $907. 81 across the board? That's what I'm talking about! And the material, yeah. There's a chest down there with an EP charge 1. Attack 2 quartz down south? I don't know if I can get there, but let's try. Oh, monster chest. Nope. Monster chest means I need to have like 10 billion CP, and I have nowhere near that. Anyway, let us go to... Whew! We ended up walking our way here after all, no car required. The scenery more than makes up for it, though, don't you think? Yeah, definitely. I'd still rather be driving. I didn't think I'd have to walk this much. I'd have to walk, yeah, when I was signed up. By the by, I see the road forks into another path here. What's over there? That way leads to the Rosenberg studio. A doll maker with some unique connections lives there. Ah, yes, the famous doll studio. Well, famous aficionados, anyway. Gotta think it, was it one of its dolls supposed to be up for bid at the auction before? Well, you know. Yeah, it was. We still don't know who's responsible for what happened that night. Ren's no longer in Crosswell, but maybe it wouldn't hurt to stop by the studio. What? Wow, Lloyd? Did you just insist I go visit the Rosenberg studio? That I was gonna do anyway? I just walked right into that. I'm just like, oh. Country Gears. I don't know what that's all about, but that's up there. Wait, did I miss it? Yeah, I did. I missed Country Gears. Country Gears! What do I do? He moaned yet again, this time gently massaging the hoods of his eyes, which again eased nothing. For he was aware he stood in the way of true love between Genevieve and Jubilee. Men only. High-lace boots made of tough material, good for walking. I believe the only person in our party that's a man and wears boots is He's not wearing boots though. He's apparently wearing heels. Probably heeled boots, but whatever. Can I break these rocks? Okay, yeah. It's the boy! There's no use in persisting. Under no circumstances will I let you into my studio. That you're the head of the 13 factories is irrelevant. You've no right to enter. Have it your way then. I have no intention of stealing that which rightfully belongs to number 15. But won't you at least hand over the data, Meister? Such is their will, after all. I don't need you telling me that. Like oil and water, you two. I'm surprised you bothered to come when he so obviously hates you, Professor. I have no idea what you're referring to. The Meister and I have a storied past, especially in regards to doll crafting. We've always had a special teacher-student bond, haven't we? Enough with your nonsense. My art is considered obsolete compared to the work of the society. They already have your integration theory, so what use am I to them? How modest. When it comes to engineering archaisms, no one in this world surpasses you, Meister. Now would you be so kind as to hand over the circuit that you used to modify Paytometer? It'd be a shame to see the Angel of Slaughter's potential go to waste. Damn fiend. Hello there. Oh? It would seem you have visitors. Campanella, you've no more business here, correct? Then leave, and take that unpleasant wretch along with you. As you wish. Come now, Professor, we should hurry along to our next stop. After all, there's still so much to do before you can return to the lab. There always is. I'll excuse myself for now, Meister. Do make sure you give our newest little toys a proper inspection once they're completed, That's enough! Leave at once! Farewell for now. We came at the perfect time! And what are you gawping at? Excuse us. Hello there, Meister. We still owe you our thanks for your cooperation back then. It has been some time, SSS. Ren has long since left for Libero. What could you want with me? We were just in the area, so we decided to stop by. Our apologies. We didn't know you had guests. Unwelcome ones at that. Pay them no mind. If you have no particular business here, then we have nothing to speak about. You may visit me again when you have a reason to. I will at least hear what you have to say, if only out of respect for Ren. Ren likes us. And that's all this man needs to know. Oh. Oh. The gate closed by itself. All as it may seem, I'd assume it operates in some kind of mechanism. It wouldn't surprise me. This place specializes in automated dolls that honestly defy belief. That said, something about those guests didn't sit right with me. Yes, he did say they were unwelcome. I can't put my finger on it, but something about them came off to me as suspicious. I guess? I'm sure it's fine though. They didn't seem to be dangerous. Oh, Noelle, you've still got a long way to go, girl. Impede, Holy Chain, Sepith 60. We can't get to there yet. Safety helmet. Impede. It's a monster chest. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that then. U material. Okay, yeah, no, we're gonna skip to mines. Okay. Checking about stop signs aboard a normal bus. Bus side, blah blah blah. We need to do a bunch of stuff in the town now. Because One, I want to see the sky coloring. Two, I need to go back to the thing, to the entertainment district hotel. Ooh. I'm keeping that. Jensen? Because we need to unlock the last 3 for whoever it is. Anyway. We could get an action 1. Oops. I have one that gives thing, right? This gives wind, so I could put it here. As like a temp. Wait, what's giving... Oh, this is also giving... Right? Yeah, okay, then let's do it. Prankster. And this one only gives fire, so we keep that here. Okay, Eastern District, not Eastern, Entertainment District for the hotel. And then back to the garage. There we go. I'll be right back. We're back! Can I go to Maine's village? I can! I can even go to the crossroad. The north exit. We haven't been to Armorica village yet. Which is fine. Like, it's absolutely fine. Bro, I love the coloring. So this is Maine's. This is my first time coming out here. I'd only ever heard of it before. It's fair, most people wouldn't go out of their way to visit Maine's just for fun. By the way, you're familiar with the area as well, right, Noel? Yeah, it's one of the CGF's regular patrol routes. I guess some of my first encounters with the SSS kind of center around the Maine's area, don't they? That's putting it lightly. Not only did you help us wrap up the Warhound case here, but we also investigated the Moon Temple together. That's right, we did. I'd be fine forgetting about that second one. Now then, shall we proceed, Lloyd? Should we speak with Mayor Bixon immediately? Yeah, let's make our way over. The mayor's house is the... Okay, I'm gonna boost up my heater. Mayor's house is the one on the far side of town, straight ahead. Let's see. Sunshine Agnes by Speak to Logi. Purchase Bakere from the general store. Fried fish, examine the poster, and there is Ziegel. And charm if the blue book of the B2 of the mines. Yeah, I just don't care. In there's a book we need to examine. Oh no, it's a poster. General store is second floor. We need to buy something. If it's for a character I give a shit about. Decoration for Lloyd's room. God. We got 11 new materials already. Tio's room! Punch you back. I used to laze around at work and avoid doing my job. Now I work a lot harder, which unfortunately leaves less time for other things like reading. So you can have this book if you want. It's not like I'd get to it anytime soon. Sunshine Agnes, Chapter 2. Okay, now we can go to the... I forget what's in this house. Pardon us, I believe you called for the CPD Special Sports section. There you are. Sorry to make you come all this way just for us. Long time no see, gang. Same to you. It's good to see you all again. Gantz, how have you been feeling? Oh, hold it up, alright. No more side effects from that drug or anything. Thanks again for what you did for me back then. We're just glad you're doing well. So about this request, we heard there are monsters in one of the town's old mines? That's right, there's a deserted mine just outside town. No one's been down there in decades. It's a bit of a long story. Why don't you all take a seat and make yourselves comfortable? I'll make us some tea. The front gate was destroyed. It sure was. It may have been old, but it was pretty darn sturdy. One of our citizens passed by and discovered it in pieces, but it was perfectly fine just a few days ago. Whatever happened was in the last 48 hours. It's a real piece of work we're dealing with. I mean, who the hell do you think they are? Oh, do they think they are? It's definitely troubling. So he went to check inside and found monsters roaming around? Can't imagine monsters keeping house inside a deserted mine is all that unusual. That's true, but there's more. What's strange isn't the monsters it's the mine itself. The mine itself. It's hard to explain, but it was like the whole place was glowing faintly. The walls themselves were pulsing with this weird purple light. Oh, that does sound strange. If the mine really is that old, then that means the light isn't being caused by some flickering orbital lamps either. But if not that, then what? It's concerning to be sure. Agree, but other than the destruction of the gate, no other harm has been done. Right now, concern is as far as we're at. We know how busy you all are, so I hope you don't mind us asking for assistance. Not all, we understand. The gate being destroyed alone makes this case worth investigating. Let's check it out right away. Agreed, we should go see the situation for ourselves. Roger. Sounds like we've got a thrilling new case on our hands. Thank you, SSS, we're counting on you. Gantz, if you'd be so kind as to show them inside. You got it, Mr. Mayor. I'll head there now. Come see me in front of the mine when you're ready. It's great to see he's doing so well. It is, thanks to all of you. Now, if only we could get him to go cold turkey on that gambling habit of his too. Still blows all his beer on his off days at the casino. Some things never change. Well, it's his money. As long as he doesn't go overboard again, I think it should be fine. Anyway, the old mine is just outside town, right? Yes, head down the mountain a bit, and it'll be northwest of the city, directly opposite the tunnel path. I know what's going on there, folks, so please be careful. Oh, you can't go there. I was like, let me enter that door. Can't customize it here. Sad. Okay, let's see. U material, EP charge. But they're all surrounded by monsters except safety helmet. I'm not gonna avoid them, but I'm not gonna go after a singular U material is not worth potential battle. Especially when it's out of the way. That item's used, as it used to be mine before you took it. Okay, let's see. Bro, what is this place? It's a fucking maze. Like, it's actually a maze. Hey, there you are. Yeah, so this is the place? That's the gate that was destroyed? It looks like it was cut clean through. Sure does. I can't fathom this being done by human strength, though. Anyhow, over here we have the entrance to the mine itself. Well, okay. The light, it really is there. How very bewitching, in an eerie sort of way. No doubt there are dangerous monsters lurking about in there. Yeah. How should we proceed, Lloyd? Might be a good idea to contact the Guardian Force if they could spare the manpower. You're right, calling in some extra backup never hurt anyone. No. First, we should see how things are inside. We need to know what we're dealing with. It's more than we can handle alone, then we'll request the CGF support. Fair enough. Roger that. Alright, I'd advise making sure we're fully prepared before stepping in then. And that is why I went back to town. Once we start investigating the mine, we likely won't have time for anything else today. Should we begin? Bro, I am terrified of this mine. Also, the map looks like a crudely done children's drawing. Which says a lot about how just janky this dungeon's gonna be. Oh, I could have done Monster Hunter today. Step into the old mine. We're ready, Ants. We'll start by giving things a quick once-over inside. Do you mind waiting here for us? No problem. Be careful, guys. If you think it's too dangerous in there, come right back, okay? Take a look at that. This is definitely not normal. They weren't exaggerating about the ground and walls glowing. There's also a strange feeling in the air. It feels heavy somehow. Could be that there are some traces of miasma inside the mine, which means the higher elements may be present among us. What? Wazzy, how could you tell? Yeah, I'd expect Tia to say something like that, but not you. I'm not as perceptive as she is, but I do have something of a sixth sense about these things. So what do we do now? My intuition says that investigating further in will most definitely be dangerous. Maybe so, but... Oh, what was that? That sounds like... No. Everyone get back! Ah! What the actual fuck? Holy mother of... What an idiot's name. Hey! You guys okay? Holler if you hear me. Damn it. I don't think I can shout through all this rubble. I have to go tell the others. So was that Campanella? Gantz, are you out there? If you hear us, say something. No, he left. No good, it's completely caved in. But what caused it? I think I heard a strange noise right before it happened. So did I. How did you know it was about to collapse, Noel? Right, about that. I caught a light whiff of gunpowder. That was what tipped me off. Gunpowder. That explains the faint burning smell in the air. Gunpowder is quite rare, though. People seldom use it these days. The good of how old this mine is, perhaps there were some leftover explosives that detonated. Can't imagine that being the case. Something that hazardous wouldn't be left behind. Fairly certain we just walked into a trap. A trap? You're probably right. What else could it be? Now it makes sense. That would make the hissing Ellie and I heard sparks coming off a fuse. Probably yes. The detonation happened right after we came in, so it's likely someone wanted to keep us from retreating. Meaning they were watching us from nearby and triggered it remotely. But who would do such a thing? Wait, could it have been the same person who destroyed the front gate? That's the soundest theory I could think of. I don't know who we're dealing with, but they got us hook, line, and sinker. No way. Don't worry. We can still call for backup on our enigmas. Or maybe not. The orbital signal must not be getting through. I read in the manual that it's difficult to connect in enclosed spaces like these. Well, that's just great. The good news doesn't stop, does it? It's out of our control. The best thing we can do for now is move forward. There may still be another exit out of this mine. Not to mention, we'd be leaving ourselves vulnerable to another attack if we lingered around. You're right. For all we know, those explosives could have been detonated remotely. I suspect Gantz must have gone to call for help. But if we're right where the culprit wants us, we're better off moving elsewhere. It's stay put or going deeper, and both are less than ideal. We could very well be walking into another death trap. Never a dull moment with the SSS, is there? I guess we're not in too deep if your snark is still intact. There's no turning back now. Our mission is to pull together and escape this mine alive. Yes. French for that's right. May we. Cool. Okay, may we. Roger that. You can now use burst in battle. Burst can be activated when the burst gauge is full. And all 4 party members can act. The effect lasts until the gauge depletes. The gauge increases. Attacking decreases when attacked. And furthermore, full gauge will eventually drop a level if left unused. To activate burst, highlight the attack command and press left. Act instantly, no cast time, recover all ailments, interrupt enemy arts and casts. Ooh. That's interesting. Child features climactic story events in which you will be able to use burst. The burst gauge at the top of the battle screen is full. You can select the burst command. Your party will then dominate the turn order until the gauge has been depleted. This time, all allies will be cured of status ailments, receive a 20% boost to attack power, and generate CP automatically. Furthermore, arts that would normally take time to cast will activate immediately. Additionally, the burst gauge is a reflection of your party's collective morale. Increases each time an ally attacks. It fills more quickly when attacking consecutively a team rush. Conversely, the gauge will decrease when attacked by an enemy and go down by 1 level if burst goes unused for multiple turns despite the gauge being at its maximum. Lastly, be aware that burst cannot be activated while 1 or more party members are knocked out. Information about burst has been added to the detective notebook. Okay. And of course, I don't actually have a map. Okay. We know what's going on though, so it's fine. I just gotta make sure to not leave my chair. Successive attacks will fill the when it's full using the... Oh, it's right, not left. I love it. That description. I am so sorry, Ellie. How did I not end up in battle? Okay, up here is an accessory. You have to be thorough to open all of my buddies in this game. You know what they say, there's no chest for the weary. Yeah, they probably do say that. Wait, did that say max party advantage? So Ellie's having trouble hitting opponents. I was dreamed of being plundered by the pirate Shermer. Why'd I have to be put in a mine in a landlocked state? Floral bottle? My name is Inigo Chistoya. You open my father. Prepare to die. I recognize the reference. I don't know where it's from, but I recognize the the line that's referencing. Eh? Oh, I'm at the end already. Okay. Upon close inspection, the purple light seems to be coming from the plant life. Or well, the mushrooms and moss technically. There's no shortage of them either. It's not exactly what you'd expect to see in the remains of a mine. I've actually heard of a species of moss that glows before. It's known as Zemuria moss. I believe it's sought out and used in certain types of medicine. Isn't that in, like, Liberal? All the way over there? Really now, first I've heard of it. The thing is, they described it as being a different color. Perhaps this isn't the same kind. No, I believe this is, in fact, Zemuria moss. Why? It's true that Zemuria moss typically emits a golden glow. But at times, its shade can also change entirely when exposed to the influence of septium. Is that right? And if I'm not mistaken, these mushrooms are what they call firefly fungus. Normally, they would give off a more greenish hue, but they wouldn't grow nearly this large. Both cases may be the result of an irregularity in the septium vein. It's being caused by the septium vein below us. That would mean it's unrelated to whoever set the trap, more likely than not. The front gate wasn't destroyed until sometime between yesterday and now. It'd be illogical to think these changes in the floor happened in such a short amount of time. I agree. Your knowledge on this kind of stuff is surprisingly extensive, Ozzy. What gives? Where did you learn about all of this? I had a recent patron who was well acquainted with the medicinal benefits of plants. Went out for drinks and she taught me all sorts of ways they can be used, both in business and pleasure. Why'd I even bother asking? What did you expect? Working as a host doesn't exempt me from underage drinking laws, you know. Oh, come now. Don't think too lowly of me. I assure you, they were virgin cocktails. Were they, though? I mean, Wazzy doesn't seem like the... Okay. I need to get this out. Wazzy does not feel like the type of person to drink alcoholic beverages. Considering when we see him in Trinity and Zero, he's constantly drinking, and he's never once been inebriated in any of that time. I believe him that they were virgin cocktails. Lloyd may be too dumb to understand that. But, you know, it's fine. Using Burst. Burst can only be activated at specific times in the story, but using it effectively when available can greatly turn the tides of battle. Since Burst boosts attack power, blah 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 blah, even easier to perform. In addition to curing allied ailments, activating Burst will also cancel all enemy arts and crafts mid-charge, allowing you to maneuver out of tricky situations. Because even the highest level arts can be activated immediately, you can wipe out entire hordes of enemies if you have the EP to spare. Seize the opportunity to best exploit enemy's elemental weakness by casting arts during Burst mode. Finally, don't forget to take full advantage of Burst during tough boss fights, monster chests, and so on. Have fun. But there's a level 85 monster chest. I'm nowhere near that level. I'm 53. What the hell was that? Oh! Oh! I know what this is. I know what this is. It can be used to restore certain memory cords. It's the stuff used to restore with a jammy egg. Why do they call the Enigma 2 an orbment? The quartz are square. The frame is square. They should call it a squarement. That's Goldia, Jerry. Goldia. Oh! I swear to you, the quartz were spheres. That might be in cold steel, though. That wouldn't be an Enigma 2. Yeah. Do you know what this reminds me of? The symbol over here? It reminds me of a certain crest on a certain friend of ours that we saw at the beginning of the game. Also, what the hell is a burst orb? Fills burst gauge. A mysterious jewel that fills around 1/3 of the burst gauge. Absolutely fucking. Oh boy, that's a big boy. So actually, you notice this chest is made of grimwood. Don't panic, but you've just robbed the relative of a lawyer. I'm sure Ian doesn't mind. Okay, let's see, Tear Bomb, mine too. Gladiator headband. And the boss. Okay. You admire the chest curves and luscious locks. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's a monster chest. How many monster chests are there? What is this place? It looks like this is the deepest part of the mine. We're at the end, but we never did come across another exit. What should we do now, Lloyd? Let's think about our options. Staying here won't do us any good. Our best option would be to retrace our steps back to the entrance. If our trip here was any indication, there shouldn't be any other traps in the tunnels. Too bad there's still a lot about the situation we don't understand. In the end, what was the culprit trying to accomplish by causing a cave-in? Good question. At the very least, it doesn't seem to be connected to the phenomena we've observed inside. Could perhaps have something to do with those people we saw at the doll studio. Huh? I don't know, there's something suspicious about them. Now you mention it. No. It's unlikely. It doesn't seem very likely. Whoever's responsible destroyed a solid gate and set up an explosive trap. This may be my detective's intuition talking, but those two didn't really seem to match up with the method. They don't. If anyone's gonna want to do explosive shit, it's gonna be a certain other enforcer of the society who we have not yet met. I suppose you're right. But if not them, who else could have done it? If the trap was laid yesterday when the gate was destroyed and the SSS wasn't contacted until today, that leads me to believe this was set up for us specifically. I hope I'm just overthinking things. What's wrong, Lloyd? Are you alright? I'm fine, let's pull back for now. If Gantz went to get us help, they may already be waiting for us up top. What's that over there? Above us, incoming. What? Holy fucking shit! I was not expecting that. What is that thing? That's not just any monster. Be on your guard. Ah! I can't move. What the? I feel so weak. The vibrations are sapping our strength. This is bad. Damn it, Ellie, Noelle, run for it. Don't say that, we would never. Right, we all have to get out together. Huh? Is that? It's the boy! Eat this! No way. Randy? You're here! And Zeit! Oof. And Zeit too. Nice timing, boys. We can talk later. Let's snuff this thing. Strike it with everything you've got. On it. Ready. Target in sight. So here's the thing. There's no button to forcibly change characters. But okay. Oh ho ho ho! That's new. Bro, apparently this thing just has all the HP. Bro. Oh, we get yeeted. It wants Earth. Earth and, Mirage. $15K. Ah! See, 145, 200. The rest of them are 100, with the exception of time, which is 55. Ah! You get countered. I can burst! I can burst! I can burst! Let's fucking go! Hold up! I just saw that I can burst. Get got! Lloyd's stun break has been upgraded to stun break 2. I don't know what that is. Noah's S grenade has been upgraded. Oh boy. I'm glad I'm missing that. Shield reached level 2. Raises a defense and arts defense battle when battle against 25%. 3 turns of 25%. Okay. Oh boy, that's a lot. Range! Fancy. It vanished. What in the world was that? Phew, that was one hell of a monster, and I thought survival training was rough. Well, whatever, glad we pulled that one out. You look like you barely broke a sweat. As rambunctious as ever, that was pretty impressive. I owe you one, Randy, but how did you know we were here? They finally let me off the leash after we wrapped up training, so I went straight back to the SSS building. Then I heard you guys were on your way to Mainz. By the time I finally caught up, you were already neck deep in it down here. Yeah, talk about a lucky break. What about the cave-in at the entrance? The Mainz miners punched through a little while ago. The second they did, I made my way in and came running after you. The big guy here showing up as backup was a coincidence. Glad he did, though. Yeah, so if it wasn't for you, we would have had Zeit. It's fine. Oof. Good boy, Zeit. Always full of surprises, isn't he? Thank you, Zeit. Remind me to pick up some meat for him later. Hey! You guys okay? Gantz and the miners. Yo, appreciate the hand earlier. Thank the goddess you're all in one piece. Oh, I'd say you all deserve most of the credit. Thank you all for helping out so quickly. No need, we were the ones who asked you to do this job. Seriously though, I can hardly believe what's going on in here. Are these the tunnels that our great-grandfathers mined? I never heard anything about them being like this. And more importantly, why did the entrance suddenly cave in like that? I think we should go back to town for now. We can explain things fully once we're there. I agree, let's report all our findings to Mayor Bixen. To return to Mainz, Lloyd and the others explain what happened to Mayor Bixen and the miners. In the end, there was no elusive evidence pointing to who could have destroyed the gate or laid the trap at the entrance. The surrounding area was searched once again after confirming the absence of any suspicious individuals. The Guardian Force was tasked with was contacted and additional patrols were requested. Meanwhile, the SSS made their way back to Crossbell City. It's fine, you know, we just have a divine beast as a pet. The fuck, man? Here's my Septera. Oh, I should stop talking. Man, oh man. Damn, this car is sweet. I'm gonna be a total lady killer cruising around in this thing, don't you think? No comment. Only outros need to rely on flashy wheels to get where they want to go, if you catch my drift. Holy shit, that roast! Wazzy, why? Who are you calling an amateur, newbie? I'd say he's got your number there. Sorry to tell you, Andy, but Wazzy's got you beat in that department enough to make a job out of it. Yeah. Come on, Noel. How are you gonna do a fellow CGF alum dirty like this? Sorry. Ah. We need to find out who is responsible. The fact that we can't pin down a motive only makes it all the more unsettling. Where could they have gotten their hands on those explosives? Even the CGF doesn't use ones like that, not regularly anyway. Are you sure it couldn't have just been a blast charge that was lying around the old mine? Granted, I wouldn't call myself a demolition expert, but still. No, it wasn't. Oh? Do you know something we don't? Based on the smell of the residue near the entrance? I'd say that was a newer model of explosive, no older than 1 or 2 years. And a high-performance one at that. You don't say. You must be pretty well versed in them to glean all that with just your nose. Well, it's not like gunpowder weapons are completely obsolete. They've fallen out with regular armies, but even now some people prefer them. Especially Jaegers. Jaegers. Then you're saying, hey, I'm just talking in hypotheticals here. And for the record, Erebonia is still the largest user of gunpowder weapons. They even have a large stockpile of old Reinford models. Really? I figured you'd know a lot more about these things than us. But Erebonia, huh? That makes matters even more complicated. Yeah, especially after yesterday. What? Something happened? Yes, actually. So that playboy was an Imperial spy all along, eh? I always knew he was hiding something. He's not just a spy, he's a captain of their intelligence division. He might simply be here to scope out the city ahead of the trade conference. But there's also the matter of that red-headed girl who was with him. That girl. Okay, do you feel the warmth of her hands even now? Oh, what's this about? I missed something good? Well... Huh. Can we move on, please? Honestly, I can sympathize with how Risha is treated by Ilya now. I guess there are some similarities. But all jokes aside, things may be coming to a head soon. Whoever that girl was, she was more than just your average civilian. She wasn't the only one. There's also that man we met yesterday, the one heading down the West Crossville Highway from the Empire. Come think of it, he had red hair too. Yeah, now that you mention it, it wasn't red like Lecter's either. Rather, it was more like that girl's. In fact, they might have been the exact same shade. Wait, could it be? Haha. So what you're trying to say is they both have the same hair color as me. Does that mean anything to you? Well, shit. So they're really here. Eh! Oh, shit! I'm just screen capping like everything. Hey, Randy. Now what? Yes, this is Special Reports Section. Lloyd Banning speaking. Bannings, it's me. Oh, Dudley. I heard you were away on business. Did you just get back? Yes, this afternoon. Emma filled me in. She said you were a big help yesterday. It was nothing, just doing our duty. More importantly, has something happened? Yes, I figured you all should know. The old Revash compound was sold today. It officially has a new owner. The name on the deed is Crimson & Co. Crimson & Co. Wait, it's not Hayway? Seems they snatched the contract from right under their noses. Presumably someone from the Empire pulled some strings from behind the scenes. The Empire, huh? So what kind of company is it? They run a high-class club in the Imperial capital named New Blanc. Blanc, you say? Okay. They also opened a branch location across the city about a year ago. Apparently they're aiming to launch a full-scale expansion into the state. But it must be a front, right? Well, is Orlando there? Randy? Yeah, we just met up with him. You should hear the details about this Crimson & Co. from him. I'll contact you again tonight. Oh no! Oh no! Should just hit the fan! And it's only chapter 1. Wait. What's wrong? That sounded like quite the heated conversation. I got the picture. They got their hands on the old Revash building, right? Noelle, mind taking us to the entertainment district once we're back in the city? Just park her right by the entrance to the back alley. I mean, I guess I can, but... Randy, just what is this Crimson & Co.? Well, it's an Erebonian company that manages one of Heimdall's most popping clubs, Nuit Blanc. But in reality, it's a front used to fund the Jaeger Corps known as the Red Constellation. Uh-oh. Ponce Waterfalls! Hahaha. Campanella? We're done here. Shall we head back? Though on second thought, perhaps I'd best stop by that old mine gallery first. Be my guest. Just remember to keep yourself out of danger. In the meantime, the fool is needed elsewhere. I trust you'll do your worst. Ah, that reminds me. Our assignments for this plan have been decided. The 7th Angus and I will be in charge of things on this end. Really now? Whipping out the big guns, are we? Suppose it makes sense. There are going to be some tricky pieces on the board. Maybe it's for the best. My thoughts exactly. Oh, and before I forget, I think I'll let you handle the operation reporting on the Astral Code. Quite excited to see how it fares in a low-level network environment. Yes, yes. I'll take care of that when I have some free time to spare. Now then, in the name of the Grand Master. In the name of the Grand Master. I mean, I have an audience, but there's never a bad time to make a declaration. I, Enforcer Number 0, Campanella the Fool. As the Grand Master's representative, hereby declare the Phantasmal Blaze Plan now in motion. Randy, let's follow him. The burst gauge has been deactivated. And the sword porch is another climactic point. Oh! Oh! Well, that's poorly timed. Once that happens, the burst gauge will reappear in the top right corner of the screen. Be sure to watch out for it. Yeah, yeah. Good, good. Uncle, Shirley. Long time no see, Dolphy. You haven't changed a bit these past 2 years. Randy, it's them, the ones from yesterday. So the pieces are starting to fall into place. I had a feeling you were related to them. The hair color was a dead giveaway and all, but still, wasn't expecting a family reunion today. What are you doing here, Lecter? Did you have something to do with the acquisition? Well, I haven't known to pull a few strings here and there, but man oh man, it's a good thing we beat Heiwei and their four-eyed orchid dragon to the punch. You said it. I had to back off in the eastern quarter, but this time, I'll get to have all the fun I want. The eastern quarter? She means the war they waged with Heiwei last year in Calvard. So tell me, Uncle, why are you here in Crossbow? What the hell are you planning? We're here on business, obviously. More importantly, I've got something you might like to know, Randolph. My brother's gone 6 Arj under. What? Happened just last year. He and Zephyr's boss ended up taking each other to their graves. A battle to the death between the war god and his bitter rival, the Rieger King. Should have seen it. It was awesome. That's so. Stupid old man, at least he died doing what he loved. Bet he had a real satisfied look on his smug-ass face, didn't he? Yep, he looked like he was having the time of his life and death! The lucky dog, I wish I could find me a rival like that. If nothing else, he went down with no regrets. Aside from having a worthless deserter of a son. Your vacation days are up, Randolph. Keep your schedule open, we'll be in touch. Later, Dolphy. Catch you on the flip side. Randy. Randy, was that? Are they who I think they are? Yeah. Sigmund Orlando, vice leader of the Red Constellation, and his daughter Shirley Orlando, one of their commanding officers. My uncle and cousin, the strongest and fiercest of the ogres. Well, that was completely and utterly random. Chapter 1, Bright Skies, Gathering Storms, End. You were presented with information quartz as a reward for your performance. Cool. $58. Yeah, I'm missing one. The West Zemuria Trade Conference. Proposed by Crossbell's newly elected mayor, Dieter Croy, the international summit was set to host a number of prominent heads of state. The opening of this conference would double as the unveiling of Crossbell's new City Hall building. Its name, Orcus Tower. At 40 stories and 250 arch tall, the structure marked the continent's first true skyscraper. It was garnering attention all across Zemuria. One day remained before the international dignitaries' arrival in Crossbell, as well as the unveiling of Orcus Tower. In light of this, the special sports section was called to police headquarters to attend a meeting on security measures. And that sums up our security plans for the next 3 days. The CGF has already adopted a rigorous inspection system at Belgard and Tangram gates. As far as the rest of the city is concerned, if you would, Chief Jolik and Inspector Donovan. Right, the Metropolitan Division will have all hands on deck with city patrols these next few days. We're going full force until the end of the conference so you can rest easy. As for the second division, our efforts will be a focus on the train station, airport, and commercial areas. We're pulling out all the stops too until this is all said and done. And as you know, the first division will be heading up security at the conference itself. I have little doubt our division will be capable of handling any and all possible contingencies. Be that as it may, there's no such thing as a flawless security system. And that's where we come in. Yes, as I mentioned, I think it'd be best if you were in charge of public relations here at HQ, Chief Sergey. Would also like you if you could arrange a collaboration effort with the Guardian Force as well. You sure know how to ask a lot of a guy. With how you're always sticking your nose into things, I'd say he's got the right man for the job. Essentially, Dudley's like, hey, we need you and your team to stick your nose in other people's business. Like you've been doing since it was formed. Just like, well, I mean... Our entire system's going to be stronger with you poking around for our blind spots. I'll say, you're really living up to that reputation as Sergey the Scrutinous. Give me a break, that's ancient history. Sergey the Scrutinous. I think I can see it. Knock it off, I said it was a long time ago. Anyway, you're good with them helping out? Yes, that shouldn't be an issue. The SSS will do well as reserve forces for the time being. Reserve? We're to continue our regular duties, but be ready to respond at a moment's notice if called in, am I right? Yes, essentially. The bracers operate in a similar manner, but as you can imagine, we can't rely on them alone for circumstances like these. Considering our new arrivals in town, we need the insurance in case of any unforeseen developments. By new arrivals, you mean Uncle Sigmund's crew. Yeah. The Red Constellation. They're said to be one of the strongest Jaeger Corps in all of Western Zemuria. We've been able to confirm that the bulk of their forces have now entered Crossbell. We also have to take into consideration the large-scale conflict they had with Hayway and the Republic just last year. They're dangerous, alright. You think they're gonna come after Hayway again now that they're both in the same city? No, actually, Jaegers at their core are ultimately motivated by Mira. Them being yesterday's enemies doesn't necessarily mean they're still mutually hostile. Isn't that right, Orlando? Suppose so. They couldn't care less about territory, unlike a mafia. To Jaegers, all that matters is Mira and the battlefield. Not uncommon to have a beer today with the same guy you were trying to kill yesterday. That's so funny. That's literally like my opinion of like a good chunk of the characters from Trails. I'll be like one day on stream of like, I'm gonna murder this man in the most horrendously violent and painful manner possible. And then like 2 streams later, be like, I love this dude. We're now besties. And it's just like... Silver lining being, I don't think they're holding a grudge against Hayway. True, but that begs an even more elusive question, doesn't it? If not for Hayway, why then has the Red Constellation come to Crossbell? First Division has been looking into that, but nothing has been confirmed as of yet. However, we have reason to believe they're being backed by the Imperial government. We can't overlook the possibility that it may be related to the trade conference itself. On the other hand, it could be that they're here as a counterbalance to Hayway as a Republic-based group. I wouldn't rule either theory out. Point is, we can't just ignore them if we plan to hold this trade conference trouble-free. That goes without saying. On that note, we've received intel that the Red Constellation has also been spotted in the outlying areas of the state. It would be prudent of you to look into that matter should your patrols happen to take you there. Understood. We'll gather more information on the Red Constellation while tackling our support requests. But if anything happens, don't hesitate to contact us for whatever backup we can provide. Our tasks can always wait. We hear ya. Knock 'em dead out there, SSS. Yeah, thanks for having our backs, kids. I love it. Chapter 2, the West Zumuria Trade Conference. So many policists. So many of the police. S. We have to buy armor, weapons, all the things. I'm probably gonna end the stream here and then make the extended stream tomorrow. Let's see. CGF training exercise. I'm requesting the special sports section participate in CGF training. Come tangle Chief Deputy Douglas. The doctor is in. Dr. Salin, so the new professor of pharmacology and neurology, has an urgent request. On a related note, we also have the results of the drug analysis you requested. Please come to St. Ursula Medical Hospital. Sarah, receptionist. For old Tom's sake. I'm informed that there is a large quantity of potentially valuable ancient texts in Stargazer's Tower. Naturally, as a librarian, I'm quite keen to get my hands on them. Could you please help us with our preliminary assessment? Miles. Old Armorica Road monster. Sepith Demon has been sighted on Armorica Road. We ask the special deal with this threat swiftly. Our urgent requests this time around are from the CGF and St. Ursula. I have to say, though, I didn't expect Instructor Douglas to be one of the requesters. Instructor Douglas? Instructor? I thought he was the new deputy commander of the CGF. Yeah, but he used to be an instructor at the police academy prior to his new assignment. He's the one who drilled in everything I know about hand-to-hand combat, not to mention my restraint techniques. He was actually part of the Guardian Force to begin with, one of their ace members, in fact. But after he got on his former commander's bad side, they ended up demoting him to keep him out of trouble. Old Duggo was in charge of my trading, too. Man's as tough as nails and just as sharp. Wouldn't be surprised if he was the strongest guy in the entire CGF. Wow, he sounds incredible. Considering his position within the CGF, I'm looking forward to meeting him. Well, it looks like we're going to be doing just that. As for his other request, it seems to be from a newly appointed doctor at St. Ursula. Guess someone had to take over the pharmacology and neurology departments with Joachim gone. Probably best to keep one eye open, whoever they are. I feel as though I've heard of this Salin somewhere before, though. Is it a household name of sorts out in Remiferia? You may be thinking of the Salin Company. They manufacture medical equipment. They're a distinguished family with ties to the Grand Prince. It's possible Ascender is related. Well, in that case, that looks suspicious. Either way, we'll have to go to St. Ursula for that drug analysis they mentioned. Well, that, and I'm sure you can't bear another moment away from your beloved big sister. They say she looks more like a saint than a nurse in that uniform of hers. What? Well, I mean, yeah, Cecile has done a lot for me over the years, but... Wait a minute, how do you know about her? You've never even met her. My bad, I spilled the beans. Damn it, Randy! You're only digging yourself in even deeper, Lloyd. It sounds like Wasi was right on the mirror. Though I can't really blame Lloyd, she really is an amazing person. Anyway, while we're on the subject, it would be smart to meet with Cecile before we see this new doctor. I'm worried about how the hospital's been coping after all the damage Joachim did. I agree. Oh wait, isn't Shizuku coming to the city today? Kyo left to go visit her at the Bracer Guild not too long ago. Yeah, she sounded really excited about playing with Shizuku all day. Figure they're still at the guild so we can check in on them if we have time. That sounds good to me. This Shizuku girl is the Divine Blade of Wind's daughter, right? Yup, right around Kia's age too. You wouldn't believe how sweet a kid she is, considering how uptight her old man can be. Yeah, Shizuku really is adorable. Fran made such a fuss over how cute she was after meeting her for the first time. I can certainly picture that. I suppose we'll just have to add her onto our growing list of meeting greets. And while we're at it, we can start planning a certain someone's family reunion too. Wazzy! Watch your mouth. It's fine, the man knows how to get down to brass tacks. Jokes aside, we may share the same blood, but those guys are nothing to laugh about. Wouldn't be surprised one bit if they were the ones who rigged the mine with explosives. Randy, you don't have to be so quick to suspect them just yet. Nah, I know Uncle Sigmund and Shirley too damn well. This is just a hunch, but I'm pretty sure they were just scoping you guys out. They want to see the skills behind the team I ended up ditching them for. This man just like, nah, it's definitely my fam. Out. They go so far just for that. And let me guess, to them, it was all just harmless fun. They're the type to go to those lengths to satisfy their curiosity, aren't they? Bingo, trouble like that may as well have been a friendly how do you do from the Constellation. Oh no. Sucks to do this so soon after getting back, but it might be better if I looked into them myself. No, that's all the more reason we should do this as a team. We can't just let the Red Constellation do as they please. Sooner or later, we're going to have to pin down why they're here in Crossbelt, as well as whether they're working with the Imperial government. This isn't your duty alone, it's ours, as the SSS. Lloyd, we need you, Randy, and I have no intention of letting you do this by yourself. I think it's fair to say you'd have a harder time without us too. So please, stop trying to brush us aside. Always quick on the draw with those impassioned appeals, isn't he? But he's right, though. Banding together times of hardship is what the SSS does best, isn't it? Indeed it is. We only made it through the cult incident because we faced it as a team. How's this any different, Randy? You got me. Guess I need to work on getting my head out of my ass. Indeed you do, Randy! You don't say. Anyway, now that we have our own car, we should patrol outside the city while we work through these requests. This is a good opportunity for us to visit Belgard Gate and Armorica Village, too. Right, we haven't been to either in a while. By the way, Commander Bells is stationed at Belgard Gate now, isn't she? Yes, that's right. I think she's swamped preparing for the trade conference, though. Muriel's out there, too, so it'd be cool if we could check in on her. Shall we be off, then? Support members. The front lines are bad, but make it appear in the AT bar. Toss on the turn. During enemy ambitions, the party's formation will be disrupted, support members included. Because of this, it is wise to keep your support members' equipment and quartz up to date too. Party members can be swapped in and out under the tactics in the camp menu. Additionally, you can toggle support crafts on or off under the status section of the camp menu. But you can't go in and whatchamacallit, switch them out like in Cold Steel. Ornament, quartz. Remove prankster. No. Remove defense 1. Move 1 HP. Then add in seal. Prankster. Wait, remove. Dark matter! Area L! Oh my god, he's already got dark matter. Jeez. Jeez. Man's already gotten it. How? 7. Okay. Alright. Equip. Okay. Anyway, with that, I didn't expect to finish a chapter today. I was actually expecting it to take fucking forever to finish the chapter. So, with that, I'm gonna end here, and I will do the extendo stream tomorrow. Which is to say, I'm gonna try and get through chapter 2 tomorrow.